All right, hey, we're back at it. I'm going to break 4 boxes in this video. Just broke 4 in the previous video. I did 2 in my lunch break earlier. And the biggest hits, been a Kyle Tucker refractor, Juan Soto high number short print, and a Gleyber Torres short print. The rest of the hits have been short prints, and I did get 2 scratch offs, a Robinson Cano scratch off and a Freddie Freeman scratch off. Here, I'll show you what those look like. Freeman and Cano. So let's get started. Just take these top 2. I'm gonna open 4 more on this video, and then I'll leave 6 for a later date. Didn't bring my box cutter. So this is part of a blaster case that I ordered. And I do have some hobby boxes. I have 5 hobby boxes coming at some point. I haven't received a shipping notification. So let's get things started here. You know, when I open these boxes, it always wants me to become a set collector, but I just can't do it. I've tried the set collecting, and I mean, it's not my deal. You know, I'm a Cubs fan, Cubs collector. You know, obviously right now with my 1 million Cubs project, I have to be narrowly focused, laser-like focus on my collection, and can't get drawn out by by chasing other things. The Aroldis is a short print high number. Ben mentions, don't know how you can resist not wanting to open them all. You know, and the funny thing is, the older I get, the more patient I am, which is a good thing, I guess. I actually have in my card room, here's a Ben Zobrist, I actually have like 4 cases of unopened product that I bought Black Friday. I have a case of 2018 Heritage Miners that's sealed. I have a case of 2018 Topps Update, and then I have 2 blaster cases. One is 2018 Update, and one of 2016 Update. In fact, I was going to open the 2016 Update this past week because my wife's been out of town, but I was sick, and I was sick for 3 days, so I was really behind on everything. Life in general, Albert Almora. So not only was I behind in the hobby stuff, I was behind on just Juan Soto. Nice card there. So just behind on everything. So that really pushed everything out, and that's why I probably won't even get to open all of these blaster boxes here in the next couple days, because I'll be headed out of town on Thursday right after work. So my wife gets home tomorrow, and then we do a trivia night with the guys on Wednesday, and I'm heading out of town Thursday and won't be back until probably Sunday. And then I'll be doing the same deal next week, leaving town on Thursday, back on Sunday. So in fact, what I'll probably do is I'll have some downtime this Thursday night. And usually what I've done in the past, because I'm doing it, it's kind of contract work what I do. And what I've done is I get into my hotel room at 9 o'clock on Thursday night, and I have typically stopped at Target, bought a few blaster boxes, and that's what I do on Thursday night. But I'll have some already on hand. Here's a Paul Goldschmidt scratch off. Wilson, All-Star. So I could take some grainy cell phone video. In fact, this is probably grainy. This is a webcam, but it's probably grainy. I can probably take some cell phone. I have a little tripod. Camera, the Marriott down in Illinois. Maybe the extended stay in or Super 8 or something. Well, for these 2 weekends. Thing in that pack. Significant. You know, I've not. It's been a much weaker through boxes now. And I have read in 2019 in this product, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. The value here, though, is in the short prints because they are big names. This would be a really bust of a product, I think, in my opinion, if it were similar to 2018, where the short prints were common players. That, you know, I think I was selling the short prints for $250 shipped, you know, in a plain white envelope on eBay. Whereas this year, you've got the Juan Soto's, the Gleyber Torres, Mike Trout. You've got the big names in the short print checklist. Because I have not. Oh, I see something shining. In fact, guess what, folks? We have a hot box on our hands. It's the purple hot box. And hey, look at this. We've got Justin Upton, and we've got our first hit. It's a Jersey relic, George Springer. Yeah, it's just the the one color swatch, but hey, it is retail. So it's the Hot Box Blaster, and I think these, I know the purple hot boxes fall 1 per case in hobby, and I guess they would fall 1 per retail case. This is the first time I've ever done a blaster case break, so I guess the purple hot boxes come 1 per case. Gary Sanchez. It'd be nice to pull Jason Hayward. Well, first of all, it would be awesome to pull some Cubs purple refractors, but I'd love to have a Juan Soto or a Gleyber Torres, Mike Trout. So far, it's been Gary Sanchez, Justin Upton. Ben, I typically buy from Blowout. I buy from several different places. This box I actually bought from a breaker on eBay. I got a good deal, Max Muncy purple. I got a good deal. Plus, it was the eBay 8% eBay bucks, so I got an even better deal. The cases I have bought, Benintendi's a short print. The hobby cases I have bought, last year's Heritage I bought from a card shop in Illinois. They actually had prices lower than Blowout, which typically Blowout cards have the lowest online prices. If you can find them, there are breakers and distributors that can give you some better deals. I've actually, one of my favorite breakers lived about 45 minutes from me, and so he would hook me up and give me some really good pricing on cases. That's where I was getting a lot of my cases in 2016 and 2017, but gone away from buying cases this year, notwithstanding the blaster case. So I don't have any plans on buying any cases outside of, I'll probably buy a case of Allen and Ginter. Yeah, Blowout has the best deals, and obviously they're a very reputable company. Dave and Adams Card World is a good spot. I've bought some stuff from them. Steel City usually doesn't have the best pricing, but I have bought a few things from Steel City Collectibles out in Pittsburgh. There was a card shop in Quincy, Diamond. Actually, it came up on a Google ad, I think. And they've actually raised their prices. So they're just as much as Blowout, but you also have to wait like an extra day or two. Oh, nice. Raphael Devers purple refractor. So that's been the best purple refractor so far. Yeah, that's been the best purple. Yeah, but the best way is just to find somebody that is a big breaker that can cut you a deal. You can get distributor pricing but you have to have a business tax ID, business license, all that stuff. So with the taxes, I don't think it's worth it, because then you have to track everything, and it's just not a hobby. My thoughts on Panini. It's okay. I don't hate Panini, but I don't love it, and I really don't like it. Gene Segura. So it's kind of a bust on the purple refractors. I will collect. Obviously, I take the Cubs, and I'll buy some stuff. I love Panini Contenders. Didn't check for SPs. I love Contenders, and I love Elite Extra Edition. Outside of that, Donruss, really, I'll probably buy a blaster case or a blaster box or two of Donruss. It's one of those things where the Donruss stuff, if I'm bored and I don't have any, then I'll buy something just to check it out. But yeah, Panini doesn't do much for me. So no short prints there. Herrera is the purple. So that was the hot box. And did get a George Springer jersey relic, just a plain swatch. That will probably just go into a trade pile. Yeah, the no logos are, they are not very, they don't look good. I wish that it wasn't an exclusive license. I wish that it was more open, like growing up in the 80s. More competition, I think it would be better, because I will admit that some of Panini's designs are way better than some of the stuff Topps puts out. And to kind of envision what those Panini products would look like with logos, be really, really cool. Some of those products would be really cool with logos. So I thought maybe I would have Aaron Judge. That's a decent card. Bodie. Rays rookies. Santana and David Price. I thought I would have pulled maybe at least an action. But this has been a little underwhelming. I mean, it is retail, and people can say, well, what do you expect? It's a retail, it's a blaster. But I thought out of a case I would get something. But the Kyle Tucker refractors has been pretty cool. Yeah, late 80s, early 90s. Yep, I was born in 82, so I came up in that era. 88 was the first year I remember my mom buying me packs of cards. And 89 was the first year that Lindor's an SP. 89 was the first year that I really took off on collecting in the 89 top set. That's why my business card that Nick Vosbrink designed for me, I used the 89 tops template because that was the first set that really sucked me into collecting. Oh, hey, another relic, and it's another plain color, Evan Longoria. So that'll probably go into my Giants fan trade pile. So let's see. Get that sleeved up. So I actually, surprisingly enough, so this was released on Wednesday last week. I have not been to Target since. Normally I would be there Monday through whenever the product arrived to scoop them up. But it's just been, I haven't been excited about this year's product. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I didn't buy a case this year. And normally that's kind of been my thing where I buy a case and, it's been a lot of fun because the blowout forums have a long thread and you follow it, you get it on opening night. And that's usually when it's the busiest. People are opening their stuff and, get a hit, put it on eBay, show it off. And I didn't do that this year. It's just kind of, it's more of a fun break, which I guess, hey, that's what it's supposed to be, instead of trying to get my money back as soon as possible to buy the next case. That's why I got out of buying cases, is because it was becoming too much of a business, and trying to make a profit as quick as possible to put it towards the next product, and just not what I wanted to do. So I'm glad I turned my focus to the Cubs and do this project, and I can do this on the side, stick the Cubs on the side, stick a few cards to a trade pile for fellow collectors, and put some other cards on eBay and try to make as much back as possible, but not depending on it to use the money for another product, for the next product, which the next product would be, I think Donruss is coming out maybe this week. Like Ben said, that's a Panini, and I'm not looking forward to it. Like I said, I'll probably buy a blaster box or two, maybe get into a break. But yeah, it's not something that I'm really looking forward to. So I think this is going to be, I'm going to leave those last 6, probably take a couple with me to Illinois next week, or this week, shoot, Thursday. See, Bowman comes out, I think, in April, so that's still a ways. That's probably the next big product that I'm looking forward to, is Bowman. And again, Bowman's another product that I didn't buy Heritage Hobby this year because of pricing. And it's just, I don't feel it's worth the money that it is. And I feel that retail's a better bang for your buck, is in terms of what I'm going for. So that's and that's what I did with Bowman last year. Bowman was the first product that I really turned my focus away from hobby. Ronald Acuna. That's a short print. It's a nice Nice card. So Ben says, I quit collecting in the late 90s. Got into about 2 years ago. A lot has changed. A lot has changed. A lot has certainly changed. I have not really left the hobby for long. Like I said, I started collecting my first packs. I remember 88, 89, 90, 91, 92. I was really heavy into collecting baseball and football. I was collecting football just as much as baseball in the late 80s and early 90s. And then 92, I caught Shaq fever. And I had a friend who was a huge Charlotte Hornets fan, big LJ, Larry Johnson guy. And I'd buy Ryan Sandberg cards for a quarter. He had a quarter box set out with a bunch of Cubs. And man, I'd buy all kinds of 98, 99 Cubs cards. So that really brought me back. You know what I haven't been looking for is the French on the back. So I will have to go through and check for those. So yeah, I was out in 98, came back in 98, collected for a couple years, went off to college, got me away. Right after college, we're talking like 03, I got bored, was working, Newtown, and dabbled a little bit. And let's see. Quit collecting for a few years. I think I inherited a collection in like 2005, 2006, 2007. Got back into it. Then I was collecting Bowman sets. Trey Turner, that's an SP. So I got into it for a while. Quit again for a couple years. Had a friend in probably 2011, 2012. He got me back in it, and that's kind of when, probably 2012 is when I really kind of got back into it. In 2014, 2015 is when I kind of went full bore to where I'm at now with volume out the yin-yang. So this is the last pack of Blaster Box number 4 here. And this is going to wrap things up. And there may or may not be an SP in there. There is not. So that's going to wrap things up. Thanks for tuning in. I've got 6 blaster boxes left. I'll probably take a couple of those with me down to Illinois later this week. Open those up on Thursday night probably. And I do have some hobby boxes of Heritage coming at some point, probably another couple of weeks yet. So I'll let you know.